So I've been saving this story for you.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's got nothing to do with Park Lane, except everybody should join for the extra money rather than doing the story I'm about to tell. So
Okay.
this came up on my feed the other day of something that it happened somewhere in St. Louis, but this guy went to rob like a dollar store.
Okay.
First of all, if you're gonna rob something
A
like
dollar
the
store.
dollar store, but I guess they do keep cash, lots of dollars. So he goes to rob the dollar store, and the lady behind the counter said, whatever his name was, let's say it was Andy. She goes, Andy,
Oh,
I recognize you. I recognize you. I know you. And you just bought that mask here today with your dollar store points.
get
And he
out
goes,
of
no, I
town.
didn't. And he goes, give me all the money. And she goes, well, you little smart aleck. And she goes over the counter at him and tries to tackle him. And other customers and people pile on. In the meantime, the lady in the getaway car calls the police and says, they're beating on my friend. Ma'am, would that be the friend who's trying to rob the dollar store? She goes, that's not the point. And he goes, actually, ma'am, it is.
No, that did
That's
not happen.
exactly the point. So
That happened, and you have all the commentary to prove it. This is insane.
I was laughing so hard at the back and forth. That's not the point. Actually, ma'am, it is.
Honest to goodness gracious, are people that stupid? Like,
Don't people make us laugh? I just think the whole thing is
it's
funny.
insane. Insane. Oh my goodness. People are just
At any rate,
insane.
the police did come. They did get them to stop beating up the guy.
I love how the
But
lady
with
jumped the
his
counter. I would
points,
do that. I would do that. I'd be working at the Dollar Tree for like minimum wage, and I would jump the counter.
me
I for
too.
sure. I'd be like,
But
oh,
I
I'm not
just thought the
stealing that.
funniest thing was you used your Dollar Tree
To buy
points
that.
earlier in this day to buy that mask.
I just think it's so funny when, and that
So
probably
guys,
happen. You probably live in a small town, you know. Like I always say,
no,
small town.
it's the St. Louis area, so it was
Oh,
somewhere in the
okay.
greater
I
Met.
was
But
gonna say,
it
like
made the news. I just thought it was so funny.
that's awesome news. Small town, no airport is what I always say, because honest to goodness, those type of things happen and you just go, did that really just happen? Like, did
No,
that just
my parents lived in a little teeny tiny town in Florida when they retired, and I was there visiting them once, and the news came on, and it was something about a cat, and I'm like, slow news night, because that's big news for here. So,
insane in the membrane?
anyway,
Insane in
you
the brain.
guys, there are
Oh,
other options for extra income.
I am so in love with the fact that somehow you tied that to what we do tonight. I'm so impressed by that.
Well, when you live by yourself and you see or hear these funny things and you're laughing by yourself, you got to share them with someone. So,
So number one, thank you for holding that and sharing that with all of us, because that was really good. And number two, thank you for finding humor and somehow connecting the dots back to talking about what we do at Park Lane. I love you for that. I really do. And I think that's something that is intentional here, guys. When you hop on this call today, like, you were asked to come on this live stream because, quite honestly, it's truly a compliment. Your stylist gets to choose whomever he or she wants to work with. And if they invited you, they have something special they want to share with you tonight. And that's what we're going to share with you. Not only are you going to see how real we are, because we share humorous things like the story Grace opened with. And if you didn't catch that story, you'll need to go back and catch the replay. But on top of it all, we get to share what we do for a living, and we get to talk to you and answer some questions that you may have about direct sales party plan. And, honestly, just what we do to get some extra money, and we don't have to rob Dollar Tree. So that's super
well, I'm
cool.
going to get a. I have Jeanine. We need police scanners because I could offer this opportunity to several of the people involved.
And
including the police officer
the
who's
scary
probably
part
like, I've
about
had it with
it is
this nonsense.
100% you would get them to come on board. That's the killer of all of it. That's what I love about you, is that would happen. So welcome to everybody hopping on this wonderful Monday night. Somehow it's July 20th. I have no idea how. But I
I
get to
know.
interview this lady right over here, Mary Grace Wodowski. She is our executive company vice president here at Park Lane. And I have the pleasure of interviewing her every Monday night. And I'll tell you what, we have so much fun when we do this. And somehow we take these same 4 questions that everyone asks and we answer them differently, literally every single week, and give more information and more tidbits. And your cost of admission tonight is listening to us. And at the end, I'm going to drop a Google form. It is the MG and Jeanine Comedy Hour, Kim said. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, Kim.
I'm going to be serious in a minute here.
We're going to be serious in one moment. But your cost of admission is just listening to us. And at the end, you're going to fill out a Google form. So I just want to take a second and thank you for accepting the invitation from your stylist. You'll see at the bottom, it says, welcome. Tag your stylist in the comments. So please let us know that you're here. And please click the share button. If you are watching this on the Grace and Grit Studio business page, that's a public page and a public forum. And you can click the share button and you can share it on your walls. And you can share this for some people that, quite honestly, may be interested in seeing this. So if you see a little arrow that you can share, click that share and share our video. Mary Grace, I am so happy to be here tonight with you. Great story to start out. We're going to start by asking the age-old question, what exactly is direct sales? Because I do drop that name and people drop that name. And you often say, if somebody would have said, do you want to join direct sales? You'd be like, I don't even know what that is. No. But what is direct sales? How does it differ from MLM, multi-level marketing? And where do we fit into all of that?
I really do think sometimes I'm so good at answering these questions because I'm such an average person with an average reaction to almost everything. And
Yeah.
I definitely, when I first, heard terms like that, I was like, no, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's when like everybody says to the cousin at the family reunion, like, don't go over there. He's doing something like this, and it's like, no, such a misunderstanding and such a missed opportunity if people
Yeah.
mix up these things, like it's not a pyramid scheme. It's not where one of those things where you just try to get your family and friends to buy from you all the time and all of that. Direct sales simply means direct to consumer.
Right.
We are a party plan business, which means that in fact, we recommend, and it very quickly takes you outside of your family and friends, because when somebody says, oh, sure, maybe it's someone I knew who did my first show, right? It was the teacher next door to me when I was teaching. But
Right.
she had a show, but the people she invited were people that I had never heard of or seen before from her circle. And they were so taken with the product. We all had so much fun together that a couple of them said, I'm going to do this for my family and friends. And before you know it, no, I just dropped new product. You're outside of your family and
Terrible.
friends. So direct sales is just a model where we run our own business. We have all of the benefits of running our own business, the flexibility, the income opportunity, all of that. But none of the overhead, none of the fears that you get from running your own business. So I love to be able to dabble in direct sales. At first, I thought I was going to dabble and then learn to be such a successful entrepreneur in that particular space. It's really, really fun. Now, multi-level marketing, they confuse us a lot because, again, it's running your own business out of your home, but they spend most of their time behind a computer, and most of their emphasis is on recruiting. So we have a product, jewelry, and most multi-level marketers, they have a product, but really they want to recruit. They want to transition as many customers into representatives as they can. And they literally, you guys, are like keeping track of multi-levels, because depending on where they put people determines their pay. So that's where the multi-level idea comes from. Which direct sales, it is what it says. We sell directly to a consumer and we work directly with Park Lane. So we're kind of the middleman in the midst of all of it. I've loved it because it gives you an income opportunity that doesn't have, which does not necessitate making any huge life changes. So literally anything that people say to me that they think is like a no, like, oh, I already have a job, or oh, I have kids, or but I'm like, well, good, because that's what I had, all of those things. And I loved that I had the ability to make extra income in a way that I decided when and where I could work and work from and all that. And in Janine, same exact thing, right? So,
Right.
and that's pretty much the direct sales model or what
I
it
think
means.
the freedom of what we do is number one, we are a liaison from the product which you're holding in your hand. And if you don't hold that roar bracelet set up soon, I'm gonna kill someone
I
because
would
it's
need it.
so
I
pretty.
didn't
And
want to interrupt you, but yes,
wow,
this
come
is a
on. Look
new
at that.
bracelet bracelet trio from our new line called Roar. All three of these come in the set.
God,
I
that's
think like
gorgeous.
$102 or something, and we'll talk about how that's
98.
never the price here at Park Lane.
98.
But it's beautiful. It's right on trend with the lucite look, and yet they're stretchy, so they fit anyone. There's two different animal prints, and in the industry, animal print is considered
A
a
neutral.
neutral.
Yeah.
Matches nothing, matches everything. I don't mean to brag, but look how cute with my dress. Brings in the gold button. Okay, carry
Come
on.
on. Those are so cute. A set of three for 98. Nobody pays 98. They're gonna get that
98.
98, or they're going to get that half price, or they are going to get it as a $35 bonus. And thank you, Glitter Girl Collective. Yes, this is the posh necklace. And on top, I have the piece. If you had the olive necklace, I have the olive necklace top framing the posh necklace. So thank you so much.
Excuse me. Wait. We can't just keep talking. Somebody on there is called Glitter Girl Collective.
Yeah, it's Brenda. It's the name of her business.
Brenda, I love that name.
Isn't that
That's
great?
so awesome. It's way better than Mary Grace Place, but I'm stuck with mine.
Yeah, we still love y'all. But you were just swinging that around, talking, and I'm like,
I know.
okay, we
I'm
gotta talk about that
like,
bracelet. So tell me, okay, now that we know what direct sales, it makes complete sense to me. But I always love this question because you always answer it differently. But why jewelry? Like, where does jewelry fit into the direct sales market space?
well, the basic idea is when you're looking into direct sales, like a lot of us, what we do, what we ask Chat GPT now, right? Or AI. I called it A1 forever. And when I'm like, Mom, this sticks
I
us.
love you so much. You
Anyway,
called it
AI, or you
so
can
much.
just go on Google and most of us do things like that. We want to like investigate what we're looking at. And they'll
Right.
say when you're considering direct sales, you should choose a product that you love. And I agree with that because it's
Yeah.
ultimately your product and you're going to represent it. But you know what's even smarter? Choosing a product that the most other people love. And
Yep.
that's the biggest thing about jewelry is our market. There really isn't any type of person that jewelry doesn't appeal to. And
Right.
I know you're out there. Someone's going, no, my Aunt Hazel hates jewelry. Well, I just mean like the demographic, age groups, everything. Seriously, it's really popular. So that's big. Okay. The other thing that you want to think about is something that withstands the test of time. Sometimes we'll get on these bandwagons, but something's like a trend. Like, I'm so glad I didn't decide to like sell beanie babies, because they go up like a Roman candle and they go down like, woo, that just went out, right? So jewelry withstands the test of time. 150,000 years it's been around. For $43 billion forecast. It's like it's here to stay and it's been here
Yeah.
a long time. Okay. The other thing that you want to consider when you're going to represent a product is like, oh my gosh, like, how do I get it out there? How do I show it? And it is so awesome that we wear our product. Like, you guys,
Right.
like, really, Janine, she pretty much knows a lot about Park Lane, but she couldn't carry on until I actually showed her these new
I
bracelets that
needed
I
to see
have on.
it. Yeah. I needed to
Yes,
see
and
it.
people are like that. So they're like, just today I took my mom to the doctor. Girl's like, first, I love your dress. And also, where did you get your jewelry? So as they're like checking my mom in, she and I are like sharing websites and stuff. H&M, by the way. But anyway, so that was like, that's really cool, you guys. So we're wearing our product. People comment on it and we're able to advertise that way without a whole lot of extra uncomfortable work. Okay. In the same way, our customers and our hostesses
Right.
wear our product. People say, where did you get that? They're sharing the website of me with others. So, or yours, whoever you are. So it is really, really cool. Okay. Because that's part of it. It's very inexpensive to ship. So I just happen to have like these little envelopes that I get from Amazon. Now, to be clear, Park Lane ships everything direct to people.
Right.
So it's generally not an issue. However, let's say that I earn something for free. We'll talk about that more later. I earn something for free and I go, you know what? I have an extra one at home. I'll ship it to you. Very inexpensive to throw it in this little envelope and ship it. And no space really does it take up. Most of my jewelry, well, I have my own jewelry, it switches out all the time, but most of my jewelry is in like this little suitcase container that I
Mm-hmm.
have in my garage or in my car at all times. So very inexpensive to ship and store. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. It's considered consumable. This was huge to me because my first product that I sold, and we'll talk about that with the next question, I used to sell for another company for 12 years, and
Yeah.
it was candles. And one thing that I thought was really great about it is it's consumable. People use it up, so they need more. Well, you know what? Fashion is consumable. It is considered consumable because it is so rapidly changing. It changes with the seasons and the trends and the outfits and the weather, just you name it, it
Right.
changes and was in style. So that's huge. So jewelry truly is the place to be. And I purposely chose it when I came here to Park Lane. And we'll talk
Yeah.
about that in case she asks me any more questions.
Well, she's gonna, because now that because that just takes me into, if jewelry's the answer, why is Park Lane jewelry the answer within the industry?
Okay, so a couple bunches of things actually. So first of all, I want to talk to you about how Park Lane is the only direct sales company
Yes.
with a program called Direct Appoint. And the Direct Appoint program, we're both, Jeanine and I are both um,
Products of it. Yep.
products of
Products
it.
of
I
it.
couldn't think of the
Yep.
word. Yes, we both have
Yep.
been able to take advantage of it. And there's probably people out there listening, or people out there listening who know people that this would make them feel so much better. See, what happens is a lot of times when we're in direct sales for a long time, we feel a little bit trapped once we're there by either the inventory we've collected with other companies, or the money that we've put in, the time we put in, or the titles that we've achieved. Well, there's a couple things that are really cool here at Park Lane. So first is they recognize experience. So if someone has been with direct sales in the past, we interview you, talk to you, and bring you on at a level that matches your achievements. We recognize them. We're grateful for them. We know that you are going to get a jump start here and that you have experience in your past that will help you achieve better here.
Right.
And we're going to reward you for that. We're going to give you a title and a pay level that is commensurate with what you've already done, which is what every other company in the world that's not direct
Does.
sales does.
Right.
So why not? Right? I think it's very professional. I absolutely love it. Okay. The second thing is here at Park Lane Jewelry, we do not have minimums. We have absolutely no minimums. Once you have achieved a certain title or a certain pay rate raise, you will forever have that. So every other company, in fact, if you're
Right.
on there, give us some comments about other direct sales companies that you know that have minimums, because every single one that I know has. I do even remember yours, Janine. Janine was baskets. I was candles. Ours was we had to sell $1,800 a month or we would lose, and we had 1 month where we could miss it. But if we ever missed it, then we would lose our title or our pay level. In the same way, if we had teams underneath us, which we did, if any one of those teams didn't do what they were supposed to do in a certain month, we got 1 month where we were allowed to
In
have
rebuild. You were
somebody
in
not do it,
rebuild.
but
Yep.
then we had used up our chances, and then we
Yep.
would lose our title. We would be reclassed, and you would have to re-promote, and you would
That's
lose
correct.
all of the perks with came with it. And people would see that your name wasn't in certain things anymore, and it was embarrassing. Okay, and Park Lane's like, we're not having that. No, they go, why would we lead with fear and intimidation? They said we lead with other things. And now I'm going to tell you about those. Okay. So the things that they lead with, first of all, are their programs, one of which is the customer sale. So when we started, like by showing you these bracelets, we can really say to everybody, the only thing you'll ever pay full price for are like two basic staple items, your two least expensive
Right.
items that are just going to enhance your wardrobe. Maybe a couple pair of earrings, maybe a couple giftables for, 20 something bucks.
Yep.
But anything else that you get, are going to be half price. And when you choose to spend $90 with us here at Park Lane, we are going to let you go back and get any item you want for $35. So these bracelets, if $198 sounded like prohibitive to you, then really it's going to be your $35 item or at half
Right.
price of
Right.
$49 item. Which, come on, you guys, when you take an item like this that comes with three, divide that up in the three, and you just got them for what? Even at full price, they're 30 something a piece. So at 35, it's highway robbery. They're like $11 a piece or something. It's crazy for
Right.
such high quality stuff. Okay. But that sale does more than make our customers so happy. That sale causes them to have multiple items. The average order, multiple items. Member out in
Sure.
the world wearing our product, blah, more advertising for us, okay? In the same way, it causes them to be extremely grateful and happy with their purchase, but it's not a $5 purchase. It's a $90 or more purchase on the average. Well, we get paid commission. So they're happy. We're happy because we're going to get commission on higher. It's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. And sales, like girls, especially, and a few good men, as you say, we love a sale. And what do we
Absolutely.
do when we hear about a good sale?
Share
We
it.
repeat it, we
Yep.
share it. Okay. So they do that. And then the hostess, too, who's like having all the like one of the number one reasons, or the number one reason, according to research here lately, that somebody will have a show or invite their friends to share with something that they've heard about is because
Yeah.
it's a good deal.
Yeah.
So yes, and then our hostess is we are overly generous to her as well. Average host is $400 to $1,000 in free and discounted jewelry, and then we are the highest paid salespeople in the direct sales industry because of the average purchase and stuff, which everyone is thrilled about, and they come back for more because it's consumable. Now, when I said we don't have minimums, we do things that like drive people though and make them want to do more and get more, which I love.
Right.
Okay. So the hostess program is based on the number of orders somebody collects. So I
Right.
literally like it's $20 free per order. And when they get to 10 orders, we double it. Then it's
Magic number.
$40 free per order. So one of my favorite things in the whole entire world to make it like just so clear to people, I go, Jeanine, I'm not saying you have to, but don't you think between the two of us, we could collect 10 $30 orders?
Absolutely.
Truly, you guys. I mean, I help them if I have, I
A
don't
no
have to.
brainer.
But if I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm always getting orders, okay? So 10 $30 orders, 30 times 10 is $300. That's $300 worth of jewelry that we sold together. But you, as the hostess, because we got 10 orders, you get 40 times 10. You get $400 in free product.
It's
That is
insane.
more more than the whole show was, more than 100% hostess credit, right? It's 150% hostess credit. It's crazy. Okay. So think about that. It's so great. And we don't really compete with other jewelry companies for the most part. We
No.
compete for people's time. So when we're able to say, like, here's what we do and here's what we have, that is also wonderful. Anyway, on our end, as we are like wanting to excel and we're like, oh, good, I don't have to meet a minimum. But oh my gosh, if I do this, I get free jewelry every month. Yes, all
Yeah.
of us have the ability to get over $1,000 in free
A
jewelry
lot.
every single month. Those serve as our giveaways. Those serve as actually as our presents. They serve
Yep.
what we show at a vendor fair online and make 100% profit on because we didn't pay anything for it, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that's one thing. We have trips. We have 2 trips a year. Just a few days ago, they dropped the most recent trip. So anyone out there listening has as much ability to win
Absolutely.
this trip as I do, or anybody does. And we're going to Venice. Okay. I've been here 16 years. I've been on well over 40 trips somehow through Park Lane. Every single one of my children, which there's a lot of them, there's 4, have been to Europe. I had never even been to Europe before Park Lane. So imagine the door is going to
Wow.
open up for not just me, for my whole entire family. And that's what's here for you guys too. The Mercedes program, like a car program where we get a car payment every month. And I think I probably forgot stuff, but it is amazing here at Park Lane. And truly, you guys, because we've been around since 1955, nobody can compete with us. Nobody can do what we do because
Right?
we've been so incredibly smart with our money all of this time that they just can't even fathom how we do all this. It's amazing.
So what do these fine people do? Because I feel like I don't even want to ask why now, because you just explained why now. But like what
Yeah.
why is today? Why is this
Yeah,
month?
you guys, I mean, truly, if anybody's been on the fence, and if it's the first time you're hearing about it or whatever, it's time. The fence is a very uncomfortable place to sit. It really
Certainly
is.
is.
It is
Certainly.
for a girl. I would imagine even worse for a boy, but it's a very uncomfortable place to sit. So get off the fence. You want to be on one side or the other, right? And more is lost by indecision than poor decision. And with Park Lane, no matter what you do with it, you will leave it with more than you came with.
Mm.
And right now we have a brand new catalog, brand new line. You could be the first one to show it to everybody, either having your own show or then deciding to become a rep. Okay. You decide to have your own show. Everyone's thrilled. You'll be thrilled. The world will be thrilled. And then, even at the end of it, even if you're still on the fence, you can look at how everybody reacted. You can look at the fun that you can have. And the person that did the show who invited you here, they could say, okay, we have a paycheck here sitting here for, I don't know,
Right.
$500. Do you want it or should I keep it? And then
Yeah.
you get to decide. And if I were you, I would keep it. And honestly, and all the hostess credit. And if that's all you did with it, you would be ahead of the game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
$129. $129 gets you everything you need for access to our back office, all the tools we have. We pay all your credit card charges. You got nothing else to do. And it's your own personal website with your name on it that you also have. And not as if that's not enough, because truly that would be enough. You get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry for the $129.
Absolutely.
And it's a tax write off. So, seriously, all of that is like definitely such a deal. So, I would not say why now. I would say, why not now?
Well, it's interesting because you always talked about like the success principles and how you need to lean in. And it's something that I feel like people on this call every week have to hear because, we as women and a few good men, we doubt ourselves a little too much,
Oh my
for
God, it's
reasons that nobody
scary.
understands. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
scary and you can talk yourself out of good things. So I feel like we talked about a lot of really good things tonight, and I'm really happy that
Yeah.
everybody joined in with us. I did drop the Google form in the comments, but I always like to end by talking about the fact that whoever invited you here tonight, do you know what the best thing you can do is? Contact them right when we get off and say to them, I'd like to host a party. Because number one, there's new jewelry. So you definitely, like the bracelet, the Roar bracelets that Mary Grace has on and everything I have on is new. So super fun stuff, to wear. On top of that all, take a step back. Like let them do the party for you. Sit back and watch it from a different perspective. Decide whether you think you can do that because the answer is yes. And then at the end, collect the host credits for yourself and make the decision then. Choose, yes, I'd like to do this, or no, I wouldn't like to do this. And either
Right.
way, you're helping that stylist and you're going to either walk away with a ton of jewelry or a ton of jewelry and a really nice fat paycheck. So it's your decision. It's always your decision. And I
Always.
think that that's the best part about this. So we dropped that Google form in the comments section. And it's also up in the description of this video. We'd like for you to fill that out as soon as possible and get it back to us. Mary
It's your
Grace will
admission ticket.
choose. It is your admission
Mm-hmm.
tick. Mary Grace is going to go ahead and choose that winner for you, and we will announce it on Wednesday. But if you are on the fence, get off the fence. Just come our
Yeah.
way and let us help you.
Come to the pasture where all of the green grass is.
Come to us.
We would
Come
love to
to us.
have you. Yes.
We would. Thank you so much, Mary Grace. We appreciate you every Monday night.
Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.